What it do, Facebook? It's your boy. So good back at you with another video, man. I hope your day is going great because my show is hell is going great. It's going great, y'all. Let me holler at my people. Before I do anything else, let me say this. First of all, I want to give honor to God. I want to thank God. I want to be on here praising God. Thank Him for everything He's done for me. I'm so honored and I'm so grateful to God for what God has done for me in my life. Can I get an amen, somebody? Let me holler at my people. Man, I was talking to a partner of mine earlier, and they know who I'm talking about. He told me how amazing I am. I don't feel like I do anything, y'all. Only thing I feel like I do, the only thing I do feel like I do, I try to inspire, excuse me, I try to inspire people. I try to get on this platform. I try to live by what I talk about, what I speak on. I just try to show people in this world that you got somebody on your side. You got somebody on your side. It's not only Jesus, but Jesus will appoint people to be in your life to help you out when you need it the most, y'all. I'm nothing special. I am nothing special. I'm just a young man that had been through hell and came out on the other end. That believe that God is real. That believe that God can perform miracles. Believe that God can turn your life around if you allow God to do it. I believe that with all my heart because He did it for me. For real, for real. He did it for me. I'm nothing special. I'm not amazing. I make mistakes every single day of my life. But to my partner, I thank you. Because that inspired me to get on here and do this video, man. It inspired me to get on here and just talk about how amazing God has been in my life. What He's done for me. What He's going to do for me in my life. But I just sit back and I was talking to my partner earlier and he was saying, Joe, you just don't understand. You gotta give. You gotta give. You got a gift to just try to reach as many people as you can. You got a gift to just tell people things and it absolutely help them to change their life. And like I told him, I said, that's not me, that's God. It's not me that's saying and doing this, it's God through me that's saying it and doing it. Okay? I don't have to do these videos, but I do these videos because I feel like there's somebody that needs to hear what God is trying to get them to see. You need to hear, need to see, need to, anything that God is trying to get you to understand, you need to hear my videos, man. You need to hear my videos. I'm on here every single time when I can be on here. Try to inspire somebody, man. I ain't on here to try to start beats, start all this stupid nonsense, man. I'm on here just trying to inspire people. Because we living, if you don't understand or fully understand or know, we living in some crucial times. We living in some crazy times, man. Where nobody cares about nothing but who? Themselves. Right here in Evansville, Indiana. Right here in Evansville, Indiana. Downtown on the riverfront. We have had more ODs on drugs, especially fentanyl, in the last year or so. Around 500 people have died from fentanyl overdoses, man. Because people don't know who God is. They'd rather go to the dope man than go to the house of the Lord. They'd rather go out there and smoke stuff knowing that it's not good for them because you know why? They don't know who they need to turn to. They don't know who they need to turn to. But when I speak on things, when I say things, you got certain people that literally gets mad at me. Well, man, people don't want to try to hear that. You don't want to hear that. It's not for you. Move on. When I get on here and talk, it's not for everybody. Not everybody want to hear nothing positive. They want to hear negative BS, and that's not your boy. That's not who I am. I'm not going to get on here with no negative nonsense, man. I don't give a damn if I get only one person to view my video. As long as I know that somebody's watching my video and getting something out of it, that's what it's all about for me as a person, on a personal level. Somebody's getting something out of this video. Somebody's hearing what God is trying to get me to tell them. Regardless of who you may serve. Jehovah, God, Buddha. If you Muslim, regardless, you're going to get something out of my videos. I promise you that. Because God put it on my heart to talk to you. You got some people may say, well, Joe, how can you say something? You ain't got a good education. Well, you think I don't have a good education. But God knows best. I may have went through hell and back home, and went through the school system like I did. But I'm telling you, God is good. God changed my life, man. He changed my life. I never thought in a million years I'll be getting on here doing videos about my life and the stuff that I went through in my life. But guess what? God put it on my heart to do it, so I talk about it. I'm not afraid to talk about my past. I'm not afraid to talk about what God brought me from, because maybe there's somebody on here that needs to hear. We need to break family curses. People want to sit up there and say that, oh man, my daddy was a woman beater, so I'm going to be a woman beater. That's bullshit. That's straight up bullshit. And you know it is. Just because your dad was like that, your mom was like that, don't mean that you have to be. But in your mind, because you've been brainwashed and you've been programmed to think that way. I was like that once. I had that mentality. I had that way of thinking. God rest his soul, my dad. I love that man with all my heart. But one thing that man told me that I will never forget as long as I live. I'm about to turn 51 on Saturday. My dad always told me, don't be like me, be better than me, son. Go out there into this world. You know they said that you couldn't do it. You'll never be able to do it. You go out into this world, you make something out yourself. Now, when somebody you got to prove something to, only person that you got to sit there and say, hey, it's you. Prove to yourself to hell with what other people say or do. Nobody knows your future but God and you, if you apply yourself. If you get out and you apply yourself every day. Every single day. I'm in pain every day of my life for the past 30 years. A professional wrestler. Played football. Did a little bit of boxing. Did all this stuff. I'm in so much pain every day, but guess what? I still get out every single day, and I be on that grind to get my ass out here and make something. Do something. Because one thing I do want my son to know, that in order to make it in this world, ain't nobody just going to give it to you. You got to get out there and you got to earn your way. Yeah, I don't have a good education. I'll be the first to admit I don't. But it's not because I didn't try. I didn't have people around me to teach me anything. I had to learn the hard way by getting up off my ass, willing to go and seek that knowledge. I wanted that knowledge. I wanted that understanding. I wanted God to open up my big old head brain and feed me that knowledge that I needed, man. I broke a lot of family curses, man. Poverty. Lack of education. And I'm not on here to knock or talk about nobody in my family. I'm not doing it. No, I'm not doing it. But I'm just saying from my perspective how I was the one that did not supposed to make it. I was the one that everybody told would never amount to shit. But I got my ass up and I gave them what? This middle finger. And I said, only God can judge me. Just like this shirt said. Rest in peace to the late great Tupac Shakur. Just like this shirt said. Only God can judge me. Only God knows what my life was going to be, man. My friend calling me amazing. I appreciate that. But it didn't come easy. It came with a lot of sacrifice. It came with a lot of heartache and a lot of trauma. I went through a lot of trauma in my life. A lot of trauma. Hated who I was. Looked in the mirror and saw that guy. I hated that guy. Why? Because I felt like I wasn't getting love. I felt like nobody cared. I felt that way. God told me one thing. Don't worry about them sons. Only somebody you need to be focused on is me. He told me that in a dream. For real, for real. So as I say here, as a humble servant of God, a humble servant, man, a humble person, man, I want to just, as always, thank God. Thank Him for what He's done for me in my life. Now, I know if He can do it for me, He can do it for you, but you got to be willing to try. My dope fiend, my alcoholics, none of you guys. I'm not on here dogging nobody out. But you sit there and say that you can't get off there. You can if you want to. You can if you want to. You can if you want to. If I didn't want to make it, I would have been right down there in Port Gibson, Mississippi, either dead or locked up, or in New Orleans, Louisiana, where I was born. I would have been in one of those three, I'm going to say, dead, locked up, or just somewhere down there feeling sorry for myself. But instead of feeling sorry for myself, I was hungry. I wanted it, man. Ain't nobody just going to give you something. You got to get up off your ass and get out there and get it. I'm always telling my nephew here. I'm not going to call his name. I'm always telling him. Nobody's going to give you nothing, man. Look at how bad this world is now. And it started way before Donald Trump. It started way before Donald Trump. Nobody gonna give you nothing. And if it's for free, there's a catch behind it. There's something behind it if they giving it to you for free, man. My house, everything, all these materialistic things. I got up all by breaking my ass, getting up every single morning, going to a job that I started off hating for the first 28 years of my life. Going to a job every single day, hating it, man. Hating it with a passion. But I know if I quit, them bills are not going to get paid. Because you know what? Ain't nobody going to be willing to help me. My grandfather had money. I could have called him and asked him for money. But you think he was going to help me? Hell to the no. Because you know why? Because I'm a man. When you're a man, you learn how to stand on your own 2 fucking feet. 10 toes down, man. Yeah, I'm cursing. Because I'm just fired up, man. I'm fired up, man. Because I'm tired of people with these excuses, bro. All these damn excuses for no reason. We out here hating on one another. You hate a person that get up every goddamn morning and get out and go to work while you set your ugly ass around and do nothing? Sorry for cursing, but it's like Eazy-E said. How did Eazy-E say I can't remember how Eazy said it in the song. But I can say this much right here. Yeah, I just do that to get my point across. And sometimes you got to do that, man. Because being soft-spoken and being just original, man, people don't respect that. People don't like that. So sometimes you got to get down, low down, and dirty with these people. Somebody gonna come tell me the other day, man, I don't see how you could be happy. I'm still in the land of living, you dummy. I'm still in the land of the living. I should have been dead. Dead, y'all. But because of God, God Almighty and the people that He put in my space to help me to become the person that I am. That's why I'm still here. I'm still here because of them. And they know who they are. I always shout them out all the time. When I was going through my depression stage, when I was going through the stage where I hated myself, I can always turn to God, and I can always turn to those certain people, man, that seen something in me that I did not see in myself. I'm where I'm at today because of that. I'm the man I am today because of that. I'm the hard worker because of that. That's why I'm always talking about my childhood, because I want people to know that's the reason why I'm the way I am, because of my childhood. Can't never give up. When somebody tell me that I can't do something, first thing I do is give them this and tell them, watch what God do. Watch what he do. And when he do it, and I'm not going to be bragging. I'm not going to be arrogant and cocky and pretend like I'm all in a bag of tricks. I'm just going to say, see? You see how good God is? So, man, I want to give a shout out to that person. I'm not going to call their name, but they know who they are. Thank you. Thank you for seeing that in me when sometimes I don't see it in myself. Because my childhood, to a certain extent, got me up in the head. For real, for real. Because when I look around, I'm saying to myself, I made it. But I still sometimes have it in the back of my mind that I'm just this zero. That I'm a nobody. I have to remind myself, look how far God has brought you. Look how far God has brought you in a world where you feel like everybody hated you. In high school, I always got made fun of. That is true. Those are facts. Everything I talk about in my videos are 100% true. I used to ask myself the question, why? I used to ask myself the question, why people hate me? What have I ever done to somebody to make them hate me like that? But when I thought about it, when I absolutely thought about it, I said, you know why? Now I understand why. I was hated when I was in school. People didn't like me because you know why? They saw that light in me. They saw God in me. They saw that God was going to make me a better person. They saw that God was going to take me, grab me by my shirt, and pull me up out of Mississippi. They saw that. And they was like, wow. Wow. That dude's going to do something. Never would come and tell me that though. But a lot of people seen it way before I did. I didn't think I would be where I'm at today, y'all. I'm for real. I did not think I would be where I am today. Because I had nobody to tell me that I could do it. I didn't have nobody to tell me that you can if you put forth an effort. It took for me to get out from around my surroundings and get around people that was giving me those positive influences that I needed, man. Can you imagine growing up in a household where nobody wanted you to make it? I did. Can you imagine growing up in a household where you had dreams of wanting to be a wrestler or wanting to be this, that, and the other, and every time you told somebody that, they would tell you, it was almost like that old school video game Duck Hunt. Birds fly up in there, boom, drop down. That's how my dreams was, y'all. I would tell people all the time, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. They look at you, you Joseph Good, your dumb ass, you ain't going to do nothing. You kidding me, right? And I would say, hey, you a soothsayer, as they call it, or you a fortune teller? You don't know my future. You don't know what God has planned for me. So like I don't know what God has planned for you. But I stood back, I took it out. I took all the brunt. From the men to the women. The women always told me, they always told me that I was ugly as hell. They told me I would never get a woman. They told me all this stuff, right? And instead of like a lot of these kids going shooting up school, I took it. I took it on the chest like a motherfucking man. I took it on the chin. I took it on the chest. I took a few foots in the ass. But at the end of the day, I was standing and I had God in front of me leading me. So two people out there, no matter what somebody tell you, I don't give a damn who it is. Fuck them. You can do whatever you want if you put your mind to it. You can do whatever you want. I've done commercials, y'all. I got posters through Pizza Hut. Even though I don't think they post them anymore because I don't work there anymore. But I gave that place 28 years of my life. I'm working for the city of Evansville. Been there 10 years. I've done it. I'm a professional wrestler. Belts. Shit that I was told that I would never be able to do. I got laughed at, got made fun of about people. Because instead of worrying about an education, I was putting wrestling holes on people in school. Dropping them on their heads and all that other stuff. Because in my mind, before I figured out that it was fake, I thought it was a real show. But it was something that I always wanted to do, man. I've lived my dreams. I've been able to do things that I thought I would never be able to do. Because I had that warped, messed up ass mindset that I got from being back in Port Gibson. 608 Magnolia Street. John Good, my grandfather. And I'm not on here talking about him, but it's just that. Family don't supposed to do that to family. Point blank. I don't give a damn who I offend. I'm going to keep it 100. Family do not supposed to do that to family. That's why families are so divided right now. Because you got the golden child over here, you got the have-nots over there, and you got the ones that gonna make it, and people swearing down they're gonna make it, and 9 times out of 10, those are the ones that are the biggest failures in the world right now. I know a couple of them that went from being up here when we was in school to down below me. And I know they probably said, I can't believe he doing it. He doing this. I had one the other day. Ain't gonna call his name. I ain't gonna give the sucker nothing. What he told me, he said, Joe, I thought you weren't gonna be shit. That's what he told me. I thought you wasn't gonna be shit. I said, somebody that told you wrong, like Martin, just like Dragonfly Jones would say, somebody told you wrong. I'm like, I'm glad you thought that. But look at what God did. Look what God did. Somebody said something to me the other day. They say, Joseph, you from class of 93, right? I say, yeah. And before I say anything, I'm not dissing nobody from class of 93. I love my classes. Some of them in there I don't care for. But Edwin Bryan, you my nigga. You my brother for life. I ain't speaking to you, and I ain't speaking for a few other. They was like, Joe, I noticed they always having a reunion. They never invite you. I say, I'm cool with that. I don't have a problem with that. Because you know why I don't have a problem with that? A lot of them, I didn't fool with them. They didn't fool with me, and I didn't fool with them, and I kept it like that. People know who I fooled with and who I didn't fool with. So when people don't invite me to things, I don't get offended by it. Class of 95 is another one. Love him to death. My brother Michael. Shout out to Michael Morris. They do stuff. Get no invites. Because I was not a popular person in school. I wasn't one of them ones that everybody wanted to hang out with. Okay? Everybody thought I was crazy. They thought I was weird. They thought something was wrong with me. But you know what? God proved them wrong. I just sat back. I'm reaping the benefits from it right now. So when people ask me questions like that, man, don't nobody ever invite you to nothing. I don't care. This stuff don't bother me. It don't bother me. Do I miss Port Gibson, Mississippi? Yeah. Do I miss certain people down there in Port Gibson, Mississippi? Yeah. But if don't nobody ever invite me to anything, that don't bother me. It don't bother me at all because I didn't fool with you in the beginning. I didn't mess with you in the beginning. Remember that before you ask me a crazy question like that. Man, don't nobody want to. Man, I don't care. Really? 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 But I'm saying all this to say, man, shoot, I was never a follower. Deep down in the inside of me, I knew I was going to be a leader for something. I never been a father. When I was around certain people, I ain't going to call their name. They did their thing. When they did their thing, I would go the other way. I never was that type to follow somebody and try to be like somebody. I grew up around certain gangs. I ain't going to call their name, but the people that was involved in. While they getting jumped in, I'm over there. I'm just as big of a square as anything. I'm proud of it. When they was over here doing this and that, I was over there. When a group of them went and did something where they robbed the store, you know what I'm saying? When they went and robbed the store, guess what me and Michael Myers were? 5 of them went this way. We went that way. We went that way. We was called lame. We were called busted. We were called bitches. We were called everything but the son of God. But at the end of the day, guess what? Guess what, y'all? Here I am going on 51 years old. I ain't got a record. That record is still following them right now. And all of them are in their late 40s, early 50s. But it goes to show you, I wasn't built to be that way, man. I wasn't taught to be that way. What I was taught to do, I was taught to be a motherfucking leader. You know what I'm saying? I was taught to be a leader. I was taught to lead people, man. I was taught to get on here and tell my story to the world. And that's what I do. And I believe in my heart, I'm damn good at it, because if I wasn't, I wouldn't have that many people watching my videos. This is number 601. Some of them been deleted off of Facebook. 601 videos by little old me, Joseph L. Good. I'm doing it for free, y'all. I ain't getting paid to do this. I ain't getting paid to do this. I'm doing it because I feel like this is what I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? bruh. Man, Elvin Bryan, bruh. I mean this from the bottom of my heart, bro. You are one of the realest dudes I've ever known. You never switched up on me like so many other people. When they get around them damn upper echelon people, they switch. But you never once switched on me, man. And I'm always gonna forever show you love, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna show you love because you are one of the realest dudes that I know, man. I gotta give credit when credit is due. You one of the realest dudes I know, man. And continue to do you. Fuck them if they don't like it. Continue to do you, bro. Because you know why? Because you're a real dude, man. I can sit here all day and talk about a bunch of real dudes, people that I know said I was knee high to a damn bullfrog. But you one of the realest dudes I know. Because you never turned. You never switched up on me ever. Even when I went through that ordeal when I flunked in the 6th grade, you was still right there. You still was a real dude, man. I'm forever. Brother, a friend, for real. But as I close, man, I want to say something. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. One thing I'm never going to do, I'm not going to stop being me. I'm not going to stop getting on here telling my testimony because I got a whole lot of them that I can tell. I'm not going to stop doing it because I know for a fact there's somebody that's looking at this video that needs to hear, that's getting beat down, not only by family, by friends, by everyday life. I'm here to tell you, man, you can do whatever the hell you want if you put an effort into it and you strive for excellence, man. You can do whatever the hell you want. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't be successful in this world, man. I'm proof, man. I'm proof that you do whatever the hell you want to do. You put your mind to it, man. Love you guys. Thank you for watching my video. Like I said, I don't get paid for this. I do not get paid for this. But what I do, every single time I get on here and tell my testimony, some painful and some just funny as hell, it's like a part of me. It's like those bricks just lift off my shoulder, man. That what helps me. I don't need the money. I'm good. But it helps me, man. It's putting me more at ease now. I'm not having nightmares about my childhood anymore. I'm not thinking about stuff that was done to me as a kid. Because I've been able to put it to rest, put it in the back of me. I still talk about it. I still talk about certain things dealing with my grandfather and things like that. But it doesn't hurt me anymore to talk about it. It's put me at ease to be able to get on here and do these Facebook Live and be real with y'all, bro. We got a lot of stuff going on, man. Us as people, man. Whole lot going on. But the most important thing you got to do is keep your eyes to the sky. Make God number one. The hell with anybody else. I tell anybody, God is number one. My wife and my son are number two. They can't be in front of God. Because the reason why I'm where I'm at now and why I'm so successful is because of Him. So I love you guys. Thank you for watching my Facebook Live. It's your boy, Joe Good. Peace, love. See y'all later.